Robbie, you there? Earlier and said something. I'm thinking maybe he went and got something. I'll see. Tweaking my sound here a little bit. One's better. Gating is still a little off. We'll try that for tonight. Was everybody else able to get connected and everything's working okay?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I think so.
Shouldn't be seeing any maps right now, right?
Nope, not yet. You guys, when we left the last time, you guys had made your way back to Hamlet, so I've kind of closed all the maps up for now.
Good deal. Did Rob say anything when he hopped on here?
He said, "Hey, Mike," and I responded, and then I hadn't heard anything from him since. I think maybe he just got up to get something to eat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it till Bill gets on here.
How's everybody been?
Hey, there he is. Oh, wow, Bill. You sound like me about a week ago.
Yeah. It didn't help that I had soccer game today, so I was screaming and yelling all day trying to get the defense to move up, so I completely blew my voice.
I had enough of that being sick garbage. That was not fun.
Yeah, that's the first time I've been sick in a long time. The kids gave it to me.
Now, the last time I got sick, one of the guys from Amsterdam brought something back, and I got it from him. So I went there and got the same shit that I got when he brought here. So
you got your daughter off to college, okay?
Yeah, that was the beginning before I did my travel. That was part of the whole month of busy.
Yeah.
I had the two girls go off, and then had to go travel for work for like 3 weeks. Yeah, they're both off. Of course, I say that one of them's back right for the weekend, sitting behind me watching TV. You still downloading stuff, Bill?
It looks like it's... Oh, wait, there it goes. It just advanced. I was just about to ask if I should clear my cache before I try to update.
Yeah, I added. I worked on some books and stuff over the period that we were out, so I was afraid that people would just have a hard time downloading it all.
There it goes.
Alright, I've got the voice activation on. If I start clipping or cutting out or sounds terrible, let me know. I'm not watching Discord. Okay, yeah, Rob said he couldn't hear us. That's what
I think I got it sorted now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There it is.
Can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Your character show up? Oh, there it is. Hold up. Baez. Or are you still downloading?
No, it finished, but it says loading now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must just be doing something. I was afraid of this. Like I said, I did a lot of stuff, and so I added like 2-3 books. Although I don't know why it would be so slow for some and not for others, but we'll see. But I guess we can go ahead and get started with some of this at least. So when you guys quit, when we last played, you guys had left the temple to get some rest, sell off some things maybe, I don't know, buy some materials. I'm not really sure what the goal was. But that was what happened when we last played, and you guys, when we finished, you guys were in Hamlet. Now Miramar, he had left before you guys, and when you get to town, Booker Chesterton, the guy that you guys have been speaking with, as far as what's going on with the temple and everything, your patron, I guess, is what it would be, told you that Miramar has been sent off to take care of a situation that he's better apt to handle than you guys. So he and his bear friend have went off to take care of that. But he says that he is going to assign a new person. He's going to assign a what's the word he uses? I don't know. I don't know what word he would use, but it's basically he's replacing Miramar with somebody that is his connection to you guys, that will pass on, will tell you guys what they need insofar as what Booker and the people from Valuna want. His name is Bromley Langdon. He is a knight of Valuna. In game terms, he's a paladin. He greets you guys when you guys come in. He's very polite. Yes sir, no sir, but you get the impression he is pretty strict on how he's very he follows all the forms of etiquette, and that sort of thing. Doesn't say anything funny. He's not he's very serious as far as what you've seen so far, but he is going to be with you guys. He is going to be Booker Chesterton's eyes and ears with you guys. He's also going to be the replacement of Miramar for Grimlock, which has to have somebody that is his commander. And so in this case, Bromley is going to be the person that he's reporting to, as far as that goes. I'll put him in the group. Whenever it comes to the actions for him, I'll be running him. It's not going to be something you guys do. I mean, you guys may be able to ask him things, but that's about as far as it'll go. Whether he does it or not.
You said this guy's a paladin?
He's a knight of Valuna, but in game terms, out of character, that's, and he's a paladin. He's got he's got a holy symbol of Heronius. So that's kind of the giveaway.
Got it.
Also, Booker Christian tells you guys that they have other eyes and ears in the temple, and they are getting very concerned as to what is going on in the temple. They've been told that they are making preparations for... They're trying to respond to you guys going through the temple and basically killing them. There's certain areas that you haven't been to, and certain religious areas that you guys haven't done anything with. And the impression that Booker passes on to you is that the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be as far as taking care of the problem. He's kind of concerned for your safety, but he tells you that you need to speed up what you're doing in the temple. Don't think that it's just gonna sit there and wait for you.
I would tell him that the challenges and the evil that faces us in the temple is probably beyond what most have imagined, and we've struggled every leg of the way, and unless there's some additional assistance coming that you're aware of, we'll handle this as quick as we can. But I'll just tell him of the setback we just recently had, where we lost a lot of our equipment in there. So this town that we're in here is very limited resources. Where are we supposed to go for replacement equipment when we lose equipment like that? It's we'd like to get back in there and get back to it, but when we run into problems like this, it's difficult for us to resolve without time.
So Bromley speaks up. He says, give me a list of what you're needing, and I'll see what I can come up with.
Okay. Fair enough.
I know that, and this is out of character, Brian was wanting to research spells and stuff. Since he's not here, I'm not really concerned about him. This is mostly for Baez. There is a trainer in town that was brought from Valuna for you guys to use. Actually, Kijim has replaced him. So if you guys have a need of that, that's what he's there for. The trainers that they brought from Valuna are specifically for you guys to do that.
Okay, I see. And that is for training for leveling up?
Yes, he could help you with other things, identifying magic items. Obviously, it costs something for him to do it. But if you need to, he may if you want to maybe buy spells from him, he might have them. If you don't, there's certainly the Vermont definitely has access to most of those spells that you may want because of the what's it called? Silver Consortium, which is the wizard college in Vermont.
Okay, all right. No, I think I'm gonna save my money because next level I get 3rd level spells, so I'm saving my cash up for Fireball if I can.
Gotcha.
Well, I do not believe that the party is short on money. I think that Brian has a large supply of jewelry that we've been cashing in periodically when we need things. So if there is a capital expense that you need, I'm sure we could accommodate.
Cool. All right. Excellent.
I mean, I don't have Brian's character sheet in front of me, but if he was here, I think he'd tell you that, you know, if there's something important that you
Yeah.
need, we probably have the funds to cover it.
You know, I showed the party sheet. We have like some stuff in our party inventory that we might ought to give to people, like the Cloak of Protection +2. You know, somebody could probably use that.
Oh,
Potion
yeah,
of
look at that.
Invisibility, Potion of Healing. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I don't
those
know.
were items that you identified last time we played. So
Well, let's put them on people.
yeah,
There's
you
some
have a
black
suit of
plate mail.
black plate
Can,
mail, broadsword
can
+2, a cloak of protection +2, leather armor +1, a potion of healing, and a potion of invisibility.
wasn't Charles the one that's that could use plate mail, or is he like he's like a shorty?
Yeah, I'm short. That's regular size plate mail.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying I want any of this. I'm just saying it probably should be put on some people that can use it.
Yeah, I don't think I can use a Cloak of Protection +2. I don't think it stacks with armor, regular armor. I think that's what Wilson explained to me.
Yeah, that's
If you used it, you would only get the save bonus. You'd get that +2 to save, but you wouldn't get the AC bonus.
Gotcha. So it's probably better on somebody that can get the full bonus. Unless there isn't anyone.
possibly
know.
Wizard. Does Baez might could use it.
That's what I'm digging through now, trying to remember what I have for protection devices. I have a robe of protection +2, so I don't think they would stack.
No, I don't think so. I think it's like considered chest and back are considered the same slot for these
Right.
purposes. You could have one cloak or robe, and you can have like is it 1 or 2 rings, Mike? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, the
I mean,
rings is 2 rings.
bracers
For,
and
you're right, 1 per hand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let me explain something on the robe and the cloak. The robe is not something that's normal. There's not a robe of protection, so there is no rule that says that you can't stack those, or you can't use both of them. And the restriction is generally, as far as I've read, it's specific to armor, leather armor. In fact, I think you could have normal leather armor and wear a cloak of protection. Anything above that, it wouldn't work with. So
Yeah, that's
as far
what
as
I
I'm
was in
concerned,
first.
pardon? What was that?
We have some leather armor +1 too.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that I wouldn't say that the cloak of protection would not work for Baez.
Huh. Okay. Well, if
So-
there's somebody else that's in more dire need of it, because it's not like I'm in combat very often.
Well, I mean,
No.
I could use it. I'm a wizard too, but you know, whatever.
Have anything, James, right now for your character to boost his armor class?
I've got a robe and a cloak and some gloves. I don't think I have anything that's.
You with an AC of 9, you absolutely have nothing probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
you
bad?
you should take that.
Nine's pretty low.
That'll give you +2
Yeah.
to your AC.
Yeah.
And
In
the
fact,
save bonus,
you should
too.
probably use your armor spell, which is not on you right now, and it's supposed to be.
Okay, let's fix that.
Yeah, I did. Don't worry about it. Because whenever I cleared out everybody from the combat tracker from the last time we played, it removed all those. So I'll just put it back on you. But so your
Yeah.
base AC is 6, so it's not bad. But with a cloak of protection, it would make your AC 4, which is much better than 9.
Okay, well,
Yeah, go ahead and take it, James. You need that.
all right. Let me see. How do I drag it into my inventory?
Yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah, drag the little gear-looking thing. You should drag it over.
The black little shield dot thing. If you guys can think of an ever better image for that, let me know. I will use it because I don't know whatever to call it.
Okay, so that's in my inventory. Does that mean it's equipped?
Let me look. Let's see. Inventory.
If it's got the little shirt icon, it's equipped.
It
If
does
not,
not
you
have
need
the
to-
shirt icon. Yeah, you need to click the where you got the little bag. Change it from the bag to the shirt. That means you have it equipped. There you go.
All right, cool. Now I have a question on the spell. I have, I've got all of my. It looks like they're not reset. I mean, we took some resting there, didn't?
I don't remember, but I can certainly do that now because you guys will have rested a day between there. Let me do that right now. See if that did what I think it should have done.
It cleared the check boxes or the check marks from the lower area, but not the upper area where it says spell
The
slots.
upper area should stay full. That should never
Okay.
change. That's
Well,
to tell you
then
that
it's
you
fine then.
actually have used that spell slot for a memorization spot. The circles next to the spell tell you whether you've used it or not.
Okay, then I think we're good.
Okay, that should have cleared out your stuff too, Barney.
It did. I'm good to go.
All right. So, as you guys are discussing your situation with your equipment and whatnot, one of the things that Bromley says is he asks you to give him the suit of plate mail, the black plate mail, and he will go speak to our buddy of the Silver Arm. I can't remember his name. Pull up the TO thing.
So nobody can use a broadsword +2? That seems pretty good.
Yeah, you have to be a fighter to use that.
We don't have one of those?
Miramar was, but he had really good swords.
Yeah, he had a nice sword.
Yeah, he had better swords than that. And I have a better weapon than that, significantly, and I'm very specialized, so I wouldn't use a broadsword.
Okay, I just...
Brian's character uses a sword, but his sword is much better than. And
Oh Lord, yeah, that one's that's the wave motion guide.
So
Yeah,
who is Miramar? Is that James West?
that was Luke.
That was Luke.
Oh.
He's not going to be playing
James-
anymore.
James West plays a rogue, and he has he's kind of limited in his weapon use. He couldn't, since he's a rogue, he couldn't use a broadsword.
Right.
He uses a magic spear.
Well, maybe
He's
we
got-
can trade it for something somebody else can use or something.
Doesn't James West have the like elven type armor? He couldn't use the leather, could he?
He does have like elven
No,
chain. Or
Elven
something
chain,
like, yeah.
right. Elven chain and okay, that's what I.
Yeah, he's got an extremely good armor class, way better than mine. Like
By the
-2
way,
or something.
just wanted to point out that thieves can use broadswords. He may not be proficient with it, but he
Right,
could
that's what I meant.
learn it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
He's not proficient in that weapon. He's limited in what types of weapons he can use without taking penalties. And I think
Right,
he just
but it
picked
means
up the proficiency for spear.
He may have. I don't remember.
I'm assuming our new friend Bromley here doesn't use a broadsword. He probably uses longsword or something.
He does use a longsword. In fact, it looks kind of familiar to Grimlock.
In what way?
It looks like the longsword
Oh,
that you
gotcha.
pulled out from the
Uh-huh.
fire
The
temple.
artifact weapon, the intelligent one. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad somebody's putting it to good use.
But so do you guys give him the armor?
Yes,
He's gonna go
absolutely.
talk to the smith and see if they can do something about that as far as resizing it or something. So he's gonna go off and do that.
Okay.
What else was there?
So I think the leather armor +1, we'll probably wind up selling that. And the broadsword +2. The only reason I could see keeping it is if maybe we had something where we wanted to try and transfer the +2 enchantment over to something else, like we did with my axe. But I don't know. That may be very costly to do. I'm not sure. And maybe potentially not that much benefit.
If you recall, it would have been a very expensive process had you not given them
The sword.
several things, and yeah, the sword. So, not to say not to to look into that, but it's not a trivial thing.
Got it. Yeah, so I'm not sure it'd be worth it for that type of enchantment. You know, the enchantment I took off that axe was like a +3 frost brand. That was a significant enchantment. I'm not sure +2 would warrant that, especially when you'd probably be just upgrading a +1 to a +2 kind of thing. Because I think most of us have +1 most weapon.
So I don't know if either of you wizard dudes want a potion of invisibility, but it might be handy to have.
I could
If you,
use it, but what is James? James, do you even have any magic items in your inventory? Because I've already got a handful of things. So if you could make use of it.
I don't think I have anything. I mean, I can throw it in there, hold on to it.
Yeah, because I've already got a wand. I've got a bunch of different stuff. So
I'm just thinking that the doo-doo hits the fan, then you get your eject button there.
I'll see you later, guys.
You can wait around and do the corpse run.
Yeah, drag corpses.
No, I probably will. No, I still have a healing salve in my inventory.
Yeah, I
And
have one
Keegan
as
put 'em in.
well. Yeah, I have an ointment and I grab that potion. But if somebody
Okay.
else needs a potion of healing, I can move it back.
I'm good. I
Oh,
got
I have
one.
a potion of extra healing too. Oh, I got plenty of stuff.
I just wish there were third
So
level healing spells.
Well, to be honest with you, completely honest with you, Rob, your cure light wounds with that stupid hat on is probably just as good as any third level healing spell would be.
This is true. Combine that with my special Paylor gift of, I can't do less than halfway heals anyway.
Yeah, you do pretty good with the heals, man. My ass never felt so good. And when you have it cupped.
Didn't we get like a bag of holding last time? And Wilson was super disappointed that we didn't blow ourselves to hell by putting it in another.
Yeah,
I was.
I caught on to that, and I've got it. I'm holding it and got stuff in it now.
There's all kinds
came
of stuff
so
appearing in the
close.
party inventory now. It was you transferring that from Miramar or something?
So Booker pulls out a bag, a large sack with a bunch of robes and cloaks and different things that Miramar left for you guys. So I've put those in the party sheet, so you guys can do something with those things.
Okay, well, I see there's a potion of fire resistance. I definitely don't need that because I'm wearing a ring of fire resistance.
Do these things need to be identified, or is it just what they?
I think they are identified. If you just click the little round thing, James, you'll see the description and value and stuff like that.
Ah,
Like that amulet and gold ruby ring are like serious cash.
oh yeah.
We definitely need to put those in our inventory somewhere.
Well, Wilson, I was wearing a ring of fire resistance, but I don't see it in my inventory for whatever reason. Did I lose it or something?
You do not wear a ring. You use the axe, which does the same thing.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yes. Miramar is the one that has the ring of fire resistance.
My bad.
Yeah, they function as the same thing, but
All right, well, I definitely think the leather armor +1 we're going to sell. I think the broadsword +2 we're going to sell.
The broadsword +2 is only 800 gold. Man, that gold ruby ring is 4,000.
The red silk robe is 3.
Dude.
I kind of want to wear that though. Just wear it all the time.
I get all tore up.
that red silk robe came from somebody in the fire temple, just FYI.
Maybe it needs to
In
be
fact, all of those
identified,
robes somewhere are from the temple, just FYI. I mean, you guys should remember that, but if not.
Well, I know I have one of those silk crimson robe with gold skull embroidery. I've got one of those in my inventory.
That's only 1 gold piece.
I've also got a soiled moss green robe in my inventory.
Another 1 gold piece.
I'm just saying, I kind of kept them just in case we needed them as disguises in certain areas or whatever.
You can wipe your butt with them.
That's what they would be for. In case we wanted to impersonate bad guys inside the temple,
A sweet bay.
which we have done before, by the way.
So you guys can sell them or whatever, but you should probably take them out of... If you don't want them, leave them there, and when you're done, if we want to just sell them all, you certainly can. But if you want to keep them for whatever reason, take them out of the partial list.
I think that gold ruby ring, that's probably something we would put on Brian, since he keeps all our little valuables that we can use to sell when we need large sums of money. So I
You're
would
certainly
say
welcome
probably
to do that when he's here.
Yeah.
For now, though, somebody needs to hold on to it.
got it.
He's not in the party sheet.
Yeah, I can grab
Okay,
them and put
really
them in the
good.
bag just to make sure they're, taken care of and counted for.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
grab the little valuable things.
Now, do we want to sell that robe for that much, or do we want to hang on to it as similar to a gem because it's like much more transportable that way?
Probably weighs less.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Just grab it.
What about those 2 potions? Does anybody have use for them?
It's 3 potions.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 3.
And we always have use for the potions, especially that potion of fire resistance. That could come in real handy. Rob, I would grab that for you if you don't have a fire resist a way of getting that. And as for the potions of healing, I mean, just look and see what kind of healing you have available. If you're needing it, grab. Everybody should have at least one healing potion, if not 2, on them. I have 3.
I have a potion of giant strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what purpose that serves on a magic user.
I have a potion of clear audience.
Do you have healing potions, James?
I do not.
Then grab a healing potion.
Take one.
Everybody needs to have a healing potion. And don't look at it like it's just for you. A lot of times with us, the mage just comes by and throws one down somebody's throat that goes down.
Drive
They're very
by
Yeah,
anal insertion.
yeah. Everybody needs to have a healing potion.
They're
Mages
more
especially.
effective that way.
Absorbed faster.
Exactly.
No chance of potion miscibility either if you do it that way.
Yeah, you won't-
Suppository.
You won't explode.
Where did we get a frayed brown robe? I'm assuming that was from the Earth Temple. But I already have a soiled moss green robe, which I think would have come from. Anyway, I will grab a frayed brown robe. Just to kind of have it. And that black plate mail, the guy took that, right?
He did.
So that's
I
not in
mean,
the party inventory.
it's not gone. Just assume that
Okay.
it's.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't
he's not
sell it.
there. No. Oh yeah, gotcha. So the rest of that, you guys are happy getting rid of, other than the plate,
Yes.
right?
Yep, I think that's where we're at.
So, who is going to be selling the stuff?
It's usually Brian, but he's not here.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be somebody with a high charisma. I have a 10. So I'm
Yeah,
probably
I got an
not the right
11.
person.
Yeah, I'm not very charismatic.
It looks like Bromley's the one with the highest charisma, and then I follow.
Yeah, so we might just ask Bromley for help and just say, hey, we've got these things. Do you have some connections here in town? Maybe help us get the best price.
It helps God. AFK moment.
Okay. If you don't want to do that, that's fine, Wilson. If you don't want to have NPCs take care of that, I can totally. We'll figure it out within the party.
No, you're fine. You're fine. He doesn't mind doing that. He likes actually dealing with the citizens in the town. That's why he offered to see what he could do about the plate armor. Back when he comes back, he tells you that the smith, the guy's name is and I forget, but it's the guy with the silver arm. You know, he tells you need to go meet with him, and he will size you. He says that he can work on it over the next 6 days and get it resized. And Bromley is going to cover the costs to have that done.
Wh- why are you offering that? Why do I deserve this?
Because you work for me, and if you don't have the best armor you can have, then why do you work for me?
Yeah.
Or why are you under his command?
It reflects
kind of-
poorly on his leadership.
Yes.
Well, I'll take off the chainmail, the oversized chainmail, and I'm wearing. I'll present him with that, and I have no use for this anymore. You're welcome to put this towards the cost.
Go ahead and throw it in the. Are you giving it to him as
Yes.
something
Yeah,
like that?
I no
Okay.
longer need it.
Okay, just take it off your list.
I put it in the party inventory or whatever.
So he will attempt to. He's going to go sell the stuff that you guys have in the parcel list. So if there's anything in there you guys want before we do this, grab it now. Otherwise, it's going to be gone.
Is Bromley actually going to be like accompanying us, like fighting alongside of us?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to be. Go ahead.
Is he sword and board? You said he was
Yes.
using a longsword, right? So
Longsword shield, and it's a monster shield. It's a big tower shield he uses.
Is it magical?
Doesn't look like it, but it's got it's got a big Knight of Valuna herald on the front of it. So.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is because I have a magical shield in my inventory that I don't use. I just keep it in case, kind of thing. Whereas I could just take a regular shield just in case. I don't really need to have a magic shield just in case, kind of thing. So I would be happy to give it to him to use if it would be an upgrade, but it's just a medium shield. It's not a tower.
So he thanks you. He appreciates the offer. He says, but I can't give up. He doesn't want to change to a shield that's smaller, and it doesn't have his heraldry on it. It seems that having that is kind of important to him. And it's showing who he
perfectly understandable.
Okay. But he says, keep that. You may need it. Never know. All right, so stuff is sold. Looks like there's a couple items. Oh yeah, I see why.
Does anybody use a crossbow at all?
Not me.
I got this. Since the beginning, I've had this crossbow bolt +3. I forget where we got it, but totally got no use for that.
Bromley uses crossbow actually.
He has a crossbow on him?
Yes. No, I mean he's not carrying it around with him, but
I mean when he's partying
in discussions with him,
one?
he tells you that that's one of his. He uses it. He'll like shoot something with a crossbow and then charge in or something. Or if he's on a mount, then that's kind of what he does. So.
Well, I'll offer him this crossbow bolt +3, and I'll say, hey, maybe this will come in handy when you need to make that shot.
Yeah, his party inventory shows he has a heavy crossbow.
There you go.
Yeah. So throw it in the parcel list. He appreciates your donating that to him. He says he will make use of that. And maybe we can use it to slay some mighty demons.
All right. Well, that's kind of the, since you're going to be joining us, I guess we should probably give you an introduction to all the party members. I'll kind of show them around, and I'll tell them we all work as a team. So, generally when we get a piece of equipment like that or something magical, even if one of us, even if it goes to another person, as long as they're with us, we feel like it benefits the group. So it's an upgrade for all of us. So we're happy to give you whatever we can to maximize your performance, because we'll need every bit we can get in there.
He says that's a very good plan. That's smart thinking. Very good tactics.
Does he have healing, like healing potion or anything like that that he carries
does,
around with him?
Yeah,
Okay.
He has some. Alrighty, so we cleared out your. Split the gold with everybody from all the stuff. And let's get rid of that. Why does somebody keep doing the new item in the parcel list?
Because they were in my inventory and I don't want them there.
New items? You delete them. You don't put them in the parcel list, man, because it means I have to
How do
delete
you delete them?
Right click on it and hit the skull
This is a
thing.
little skull.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
And on the bottom there is on your inventory list there is a little pencil. If you hit that pencil, it'll turn the little circles into like red things, and if you click those twice, it'll delete whatever's there. So
Oh, look at that.
if you need to do a bunch at once, it's easier that way. All right. So you guys have 6 days before the armor will be ready. And Bromley is willing to work with somebody if they want to work on their sword skills or archery skills as far as crossbows go and that sort of thing. If not, you can spend time with your trainers if you need to train. I don't remember if anybody was leveled up.
I leveled. I don't know what that means though.
I'm close, but not quite yet.
You leveled
Yeah,
up
naughty.
when we finished last time?
Yeah.
You didn't apply your XP, man.
Did I not?
No.
What does that mean and how do I do it?
So if you go to your character sheet and the little gear to the right of your Wild Mage 5 thing, click on that gear. It'll bring up a class level average. And then there's total XP, and then you've got like, if you look at the bottom, you can see you have 20,001 experience. And you've got a total of 20,899. So that means you've got like 898 experience you haven't applied. So if you click that little green check, it'll put it in your XP box. And the reason it does that is because some people are multi-class and needs to split it. So if you click that green check box, it'll apply it and you'll be done.
Okay, done.
When we played last time, did you you went from 4th to 5th. You gained a 3rd level spell. Oh yeah, you did. You picked alternate reality. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was kind of one of the only ones I could pick.
Right.
It was a wild mage.
Something I wanted to mention, we covered this while you weren't here, Bill, but one of the spells that is in the... What was it? It's a... Abjuration's gotta be, because that's what you are. You're an abjuration specialist, right?
That's correct. Yep.
There was a spell that you could use. I can't remember what it was. James, do you remember what it was? Because we both talked about it.
Start over. Oh,
The
spell what?
abjuration spell that was useful for abjurist.
Oh,
Was it filter? I think it was filter.
that sounds right.
Oh yeah, here it is. This spell creates an invisible globe of protection that filters out all noxious elements from poisonous favorite. Blah 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 blah. The thing is that you could cast this and then cast Stinking Cloud, and whoever you cast filter on, the 10-foot radius around the person, as long as. Anyways, I guess it's not as good as I thought it was. Now that I look at it, 10-foot radius kind of messes it up because anybody he stands around, it would be filtered too. But the idea is that you could use filter on somebody, and then cast Stinking Cloud around them, and then they could just kill everybody that was around them without
Cool.
being affected.
Cool. And what book is that in?
The Wizard's Handbook. It's in the spell list. And in fact, I would look in any of the handbooks, just load them all up because there may be spells in there that you don't have.
It's under library, right?
Yep. Just do a search for, and then on the bottom left, click modules.
Got it.
Yeah, and the Tome of Magic is in there as well, so there may be some spells that you may be of use. I think that's where, no, Filter came from the Wizard one. But yeah, Tome of Magic is in there as well.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, that's I'm gonna fix that. If you can't see it, let me know. I thought I selected all the ones that you guys could hold.
So I get 2 level 3 spells, and I have a one thing I have in my inventory is I have a scroll of Dispel Magic. So can I scribe in this
You want to put it
6
in your spell
days?
book? You certainly can. It wouldn't take you that long. It would take you like 3 hours. It will cost you 100 gold per level for the materials to do that. It's ink and various things that you need to do. So, you want to do that? You certainly can. 300 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do.
That's a great spell for sure.
It can be. We used to, back in the old days, we used to shrink trees and then use them as arrows and then dispel them in flight.
That's pretty awesome.
It could have some fun
So-
effects. Or stones and slings, boulders and stuff, whatever. All right, so do I just delete this from my inventory and then put Dispel Magic in my book thing?
Yep, drag and drop it from the spells list. Make sure you're getting the arcane one, not the divine one. I would set the filter on the bottom of the type to arcane just to make sure you're okay. And I would do that if you're a cleric, make sure that you do the same. Change it to divine so you're not using the wrong spell. Because what will happen is if it's if it's got a level based thing, it's going to be based on the type. So if it's arcane and you don't have arcane, it'll be like 0 or 1 and you'll get no effect from it. So to get the materials that you need for that, you need to speak to Kijum. And he asks if you are looking to purchase any other spells. He says he does have a couple of 3rd level spells that he would be willing to sell for 600 gold apiece. Got haste.
Yeah, if you guys need gold, I'm happy to give you mine. So,
He has haste and Melf's minute meteors.
Ooh.
He also has Melf's acid arrow, which is the 2nd level spell. That would be cheaper. Requires you to roll it to hit if you're okay with that. And mirror image is another 2nd level, and web is another 2nd level.
I have web and I have mirror image. I have Melf's acid arrow. So Melf's minute meteor sounds intriguing. And what was the other one?
Haste.
Haste. That could be even better.
Doesn't that burn up a year of your life, though?
not his life. Whoever he casts it on.
Well, even if
Whoever
he
he
casts
casts
on
it
him,
on.
even if it adds a year to him, he's an elf.
Yeah, it depends on the target, right?
No, it's 1 year for whatever. It's not like 20 years for you and 1 year for them. It's 1 year.
No, man, but if I cast on somebody, it's that person, not me.
It's an AoE. So, and it'll affect a number of people based on your level and the size of the AoE and if they're in it. So if you have, let's see, where's this thing?
All right. Well, I mean, we don't have to debate that now, but do you guys want me to purchase those?
That would be 1,200 gold for both if you want them both.
What do y'all think?
It sounds okay.
And once he gets them, if Baez, you guys could exchange. Of course, it would still cost you the materials to write them in your book, but it's just half the cost
Right.
of the spell.
Which spells were they again? Let me look up their school.
That's
Haste
Melf's.
and
Yeah, Melf's meteors and haste were the ones we were talking about.
evocation alterations.
Okay. Yeah, I can't cast alterations. I can do evocations.
So you can't do either one of them because they're both alteration.
Say that one more time.
They're both alteration.
Oh, are
One
they?
is purely alteration, the other one's evocation alteration. It's both schools.
All right. Yeah. I can't do those.
I don't have any school restrictions, do I, being a wild mage? I don't think I do.
I don't think so.
I can't
Look on
remember.
your class page. It'll list that kind of stuff somewhere. I think you get a bonus to cast wild mage spells, but I don't think you're restricted from anything.
All right, remind me again where the wait, where is?
Hit the gear on your wild mage thing, and then there's the little dot on the class, the right of the class, and you click on that. Find it?
I did.
Okay. So, as far as learning spells, scribing spells, I think we're kind of set.
Yeah, I think so.
You've got basically 5 more days of something that you need to do. Otherwise, or you can just come back in 5 days if you'd rather do that.
All right, so on these spells, is it okay with me burning that money to scribe these spells, or is it not useful to?
No, I'm totally okay with that. Those could come in very handy. If you need money, like I said, I'd be happy to give it.
Oh yeah, I mean, how much do I have?
You have 1,296 gold.
Oh, well then I can just do that.
You can.
How do you edit the goal?
Just click on it and type 96.
Oh yeah, easy. Okay, yeah, I'll put those spells in there.
So, Mike, for my time, the 6 days you said,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go check with the church and see what kind of anything they need done. Also, make my way around to help. If anybody that's needing, is sick, needs anything, needs food, stuff like that, take it to them, that kind of thing. Give them a little bit of, change or whatever, some coppers, whatever, to help them out. Do my priestly paylor thing.
All right. That sounds good.
Also,
And
if there's anybody like the wealthier people in town, I'll kind of like see if they have anything to give for the poor, give to the needy, kind of make a taking collection to kind of redistribute to the needy folk. dual duty, I guess.
Certainly. Bromley will give you 100 gold because he's that kind of guy.
Okay, well, I was going to donate like 150 of what I got to the church, and then go from there with, like, when I actually visit with folks, give them, like 5-10 coppers, something just a little extra, because that's like a lot of money for most folks, right? Coppers are still pretty.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like a week's worth of food, or like if they went out
Right.
and ate every night, that would be like a week worth of food. So it's nothing to be laughed at, scoffed at, especially if they're poor.
Right, and
Nothing against.
I'm thinking anybody that needs any kind of healing, if it's something that doesn't really need magic, just use my healing and herbalism stuff to kind of get them back on the right track.
Yeah. Well, the church sends you to one of the farmers. He hurt himself while tilling his farm. His hand got hung up on the harness for the horse, and the horse took off and burned, like serious rope burn on his hand, and he can't use it. And they've got to keep doing, they've got to plant their crops, or it's not going to be out in time. So if you can go help him out and take care
Yeah,
of him,
of course. Yeah,
certainly
I'll help
appreciate
him,
that.
and if a cure light will kind of straighten that out, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll actually just get him patched up as best I can, and then help them with their chores.
Man,
Well,
dude's
there's
got
Cure
some
certainly.
Light,
problems.
and then there's Cure Light with your hat on. There's two different things, really.
Yeah, you can cure that wounds with your hat on, and if he had cancer or sunspot, anything, he's cured. He will. I mean, that definitely would take care of his
Right.
hands.
Okay. Well, I'll do that just so they can, and give them, the same treatment and whatever. Give them a little extra cash there to provide a little
Oh,
better for them. And
they invite you to stay for dinner and offer to feed you for helping them out.
okay, I will do so.
They feed you. They seem to have they have homemade cheese and blueberry pie and some kind of roasted chicken that they feed you. But yeah, so it's a big meal for them. They normally wouldn't eat like that, but they're just happy to be able to get back to work tomorrow, because farming is their livelihood.
Right. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll pray a blessing of Paylor over their farm to hopefully get, for good sun, for better crops, and all that good stuff. I'm sure we've got a prayer along those lines in the Church of Paylor.
Absolutely. So that's the kind of thing you'll be doing for the rest of the week. Everybody else is just going to be, I guess, resting, recuperating, practicing, working on.
I have a few different
skills,
things I
is it?
want to do during the week, Wilson.
All right, what is that?
So I want to check in with the armor smith at least a few times throughout the week, just to make sure he doesn't need any additional measurements, any suggestions, anything, just to make sure he doesn't need anything from, and that everything's going okay. And then I also want to meet with Bromley multiple times during the week, and I just want to give him sort of a full recount of what we've encountered in the temple, and just sort of bring him up to speed on all the different monsters we've encountered, all the different factions in there, how we dealt with the elemental temples, and all that stuff, and just to and kind of tell him more detail about all the characters, what their capabilities are, and temperament, that type of thing. And then I also want to meet with the who is the magic user that did the transfer enchantment for me?
That was not Keegan, and I can't remember the name. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, well, I want to meet with that guy, and I want to tell him everything I can think of about that mirror and that room we encountered where we lost all our equipment, and to figure out if he has any insight, because you remember when we ran a detect magic in that room, that was like the most magical thing we'd ever seen. And
Yep.
and I'm not sure if I don't think Bill's character was there with us when we did it. James, was your character there when we did it?
Me? No.
Yeah, you weren't there when we did it. So anyway, like I said, if we had a magic user with us, I would take him with me to get there so they could give their insight as well. But for right now, it'll just have to be me since we don't have a magic user that was present during that time. But anyway, those were the 3 things I wanted to do during the week.
Okay. All right. So the smith, he does need a few follow-up measurements later in the week. He's trying on like gauntlet pieces and various things to make sure he's, getting it sized right for you. And we'll just call him a sage for now. The guy you speak to about the mirror, he's interested, but he's never heard of such a thing like that. He doesn't. I mean, there's many types of mirrors and windows and various other things that give you insight into various other planes or places, and some are deceptive and some are not. He's just not sure which, what that was and why the things that you put there are gone. But he says if you find anything else out, let him know. He will spend some time kind of doing his own research. He's not promising you anything because he's got a lot of other things that he's working on, but he will look into it. If you want to pay him, to make that his job, you certainly can. And he's implying that. He's not saying that. So I just want to kind of let you know that you can pay sages to do research for you. It just typically is expensive and it takes a while.
Oh, I don't mind paying him. I got plenty of money to pay him. I mean, what are we talking about here? 50 gold, 100 gold, 500?
Probably more along the lines of 500 gold, and it could take 1 to 4 months for any kind of before he even gets to find, to do the roll to see if it finds anything out. So it takes a while because he's got to do a lot of research in books and libraries, and he may end up having to go to Gorbavant, in fact, to look at something. So there's no telling.
Well, I definitely don't mind paying him to research this sort of as a background task. I don't think there's any harm in, and I want to give him not just the details about the mirror, but the details about the room. And I'll even draw a map of the area and kind of give him the layout. I want to tell him about the dialogue that took place and how the floor was just like that marble smooth crap, and I mean how the room was so vanilla. I want to give him all the details I can give just so he can use that as context when he does his research. And I will subtract 500 gold, or what? Is that what we're just saying? 500?
Well, it's generally that much per month. Since you don't know how long it's going to be, I'm going to roll.
Okay.
So he will. And this is something you won't know until it could be. He tells you it could be several months from now. It could be next month. It just depends on what my research uncovers. But so out of character, pay him 500 gold because it's only going to take him a month from the roll. You just won't be able to know what he found out until a month from now. So,
and is this something where I'm going to have to keep asking you over and over again if it's been a month, or are you just going to let me know when this?
No, you're going to have to remind me because I am not going. I may remember in a month's time, but
it's just
I can't promise that
because keep track of time in this game like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember if you don't, and if you don't go to the guy and ask, he's not going to come seek you out and tell you.
Okay.
So. And I will try to remember, but I can't promise you that because for a month in game could be, a year from now. I don't know.
Yes, got it.
All right. So if nobody has anything else that they want to do, I tell you what, let's take a break and come back.
I definitely want to restock on rations and stuff, by the way. I'm assuming that's something we could do.
You can do that. The cost will be the listed costs. So if you want to do that, you certainly can. Go ahead and do that now. I want to take a break, and we'll come back at It's about 9:20. We'll come back at 9:30, or whatever time it is for you, Bill. 30.
Yep.
So we'll come
Yeah,
back
1
in.
hour. You got it. All right, cool.
All right.
So, Robbie, how many rations do you take with you when you go? Do you take 10 days worth?
Typically about 2 weeks, 14 days.
Yeah, okay. Me, then I'm facing it along with the rest of the party.
So you back up. You get to about right by behind you. You can hear Bromley, and he's telling you he's moving up to your right. And at that point, the elemental is still moving forward, and so the other three seem to kind of go back into the water, but the one that's on this side doesn't. So what I need you to do is I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative, please, because this guy, he's coming up, and he's coming up out of the water, moving across the wet dirt now, and making his way in your direction.
Okay, then. I may have screwed up here, guys. I'm sorry. Then again,
Hold
maybe
on.
we're more badass now, and I'm just not giving us credit. And we're actually up to the point where we can face an elemental, but
We shall see. Alright, so it looks like everybody's rolled. First person to go is... that's wrong. I can't... Alright, so our first person is actually Grimlock. So, Grimlock, what are you going to do? You've got 20 feet between you and the elemental.
I'm gonna stand here. I'm basically holding my initiative until that elemental gets within melee range of me. If he gets within melee range, I'm swinging at him. Let me rephrase that. I'm holding my initiative till after the elemental moves.
Alrighty. And we will put you at 12. So that means that Avarice is next.
These things, do you have to hit them with magic?
Guess we'll find out.
Alright, I'll shoot him with an arrow.
Okay, go for it. That would be a miss. You also didn't target him either. Go ahead and target him for your next one too. Or that'll drop the dice on him. Awesome. Alrighty, Baez.
Okay.
Doesn't look like you're casting a spell.
No. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm getting my maps. Okay. No, I'm using my ring, so 5, 10, this looks like about 15 feet to stand up there next to Grimlock. Is it possible to move that distance and still activate the...
You want to move how far?
There.
Okay, yeah. And then you want to do what?
And then I wanted to activate the spark shower effect of the...
Yeah, that's less than half your move, so you certainly can.
Awesome. Alright.
Make sure you target the thing when you do it.
Okay, I need the combat tracker on. Oh wait, I can hold control down, right?
Control left click will target him, yes.
There you go, that worked. Oh, I like the crosshairs. Nice tap. Here, let's see. Shooting, nope, spark shower. He wouldn't happen to be wearing a giant suit of plate mail armor, would he?
No, he would not.
No, that's the
Alright.
guy next to you.
Alright. I hit him with a bunch of sparks. Looks like 9.
Does he get a save?
Find out, hold on. Let's see. Spark
Otherwise,
shower
you've
is
already
a
done the 9 damage, but yeah.
A flying cloud of sizzling purple sparks which fan out from the ring at a distance of 20 feet. Creatures within the area take 2d8 points of damage each if no metal armor is worn. Doesn't say anything about a save.
Okay, good. We're good. Alright. If that is it, we'll go to Bromley, who is going to rush forward and attack with his longsword. Hits. Oh, I should have done large. See if I can remember how to undo damage. I did. I'm going to use large damage because there we go. That's much better. And that is his action. Barney.
Okay, I want to move and attack if I can, since that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think you're within at least half your move base. Go ahead and lock you guys so you can move, do your little movement things now.
I move to there.
Oh yeah, and then do your single attack. That was a hit, sir.
Oh!
Yeah.
Need better than +1, fellas.
Grimlock.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna move up to. Here you go. I'll do it the way you like. I'll move up to there. And
It's your attack. Go for it.
you said
That's a
large,
hit.
right?
Yes, it is. Oh, you had AC -10. Oh,
And this guy doesn't take any additional damage from the frost brand, does he?
no. If he did, it should automatically
Okay,
adjust
great.
for that.
I'll go ahead and
Should.
pass turn then.
Should. All right. So the elemental. He was still moving towards Lock, so we will stick with that action. He will make a swing at with a giant fist of water, and he misses. Wow. All right. Roll initiative, please.
Oh God. I love that shit. Oh man, that whole initiative of 2 with the two-handed weapon. That's
Yeah,
just
that's brutal.
on the double attack round. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
All right, Grimlock, you go. You go first. I think this is
All
your 2-attack round.
It
It's
is.
gonna hurt.
That hit, right?
Yes, it did. And the elemental
Oh,
explodes
shit.
like a water balloon. Just and blows all over the place.
Is that one that was on the right? That was, is it coming at us as well, or is it staying?
You don't see anything yet. Right now, all you saw was the one that's in front of you. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait and see if anything moves. Else is moving in this room. Whether any of these other elementals come at us.
It doesn't seem like they're coming right now.
You guys think we should press our luck and try and take out these other 3 and see what may be going on in this room, or do you think we should just back out and go a different way?
Haven't y'all been in here before?
Yeah, it was Earth. It was the Earth guys that had control of it before, and there were 4 big Earth elementals in here that very nearly killed us. And Brian, we killed the guy that was in charge of them, that was controlling them, and Brian took his robe off, and it turns out the robe is what was used to control it, and Brian basically took control of the elementals right before we were about to die, and told them to leave us the hell alone. And with that, we basically defeated the room that way. But we've since left, and it looks like the water faction has come in and taken over this temple now.
So now it's the mud room.
Looks that way, yeah.
Is there any loot in here?
You saw those portals are more active, so I think there's some serious shit starting to ramp up.
Yeah. So you think we should go down here and deal with this then, Robbie? Or
Well, I don't know. I mean, disrupting those portals is probably a good idea, but I don't know if we're stout enough to do.
yeah,
Why don't you ask that dude that's with us?
Bromley?
What do you
Yeah,
think?
Bromley, what do you think? You think we should push our luck in here? You think we should find a different way?
He looks at you and says, "This is new to me. I'm
Yeah, I figured
taking
that.
advice
Okay.
from you on this particular situation. I'm not sure what it indicates yet."
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll start to move in the direction. Oh shoot. I'll start to move northeast from my location to where that other elemental was. I'll move slowly. I want to see if they all get up and start coming towards us, or whether just the one over there does. I'm gonna kind of take look. I'm planning on going like this. that way.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna start heading that way. I'm not running.
right.
I'm moving slowly, right? And I'm watching what's going to happen in these other locations. And if all these elementals come out and they all converge and start converging on me, I'm going to start backing up defensively towards the party. If it,
So
and
before
it, what
you
I'm, go ahead.
before you even move, you step onto the sand, and the other three that were on various sides, you see them all. The water begins to swirl violently, and you notice that they're closer. In fact, there's one that's right,
Gotcha.
directly north of you, and your movement into the room has seemed to anger them, and they seem to be moving in your direction. So what I need everyone to do is I'm going to reset initiative, and we will do a short rest so it resets initiative, and I will need let's see, I need to roll initiative for the now. And everybody roll initiative, please. And I think I have my guys set to group initiative so they all go at once. Hold. Our first person to go is Avarice.
So lower is better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Alrighty then. Magic missile.
Yeah, you rolled the wrong thing for that. You rolled just flat initiative. You were supposed to roll initiative for that spell if you were going to.
Yeah.
Oh.
And in this case, I will let you go ahead and do it, just because they go at 13 anyways. But in the future, yeah, you need to use the initiative for that spell. And what that does is it keeps track of, like, if you get hit before the spell goes off, you lose the spell. So like if you look at Baez, you can see when he rolled, it says it's, it tells you he's rolling for a magic missile. So
Aha.
you're good. Go ahead and pick your target. In fact, the only one you can really see right now because of where you're at is the one here. So you really don't have a choice. You're pretty high up the stairs. Baez can see the 1 and 3 and 5.
Alright, so refresher. Do I roll the level variation first? Or does it roll when I...
You roll the... if I can forget what you do because you're a weirdo. You have... tables. What is that? Yeah. Click on the tables thing. What level are you? And then you roll that table for whatever level you are. So you're level 5. It does nothing to your level adjustment, so you're good. So now you can cast your magic missile. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah, see, a 10 is a 0. Okay.
You're good. Says you don't have that memorized.
I've got 3 of them memorized. I checked off the box when I...
That is weird. Go ahead, don't worry about it. Yeah, because I see the checks. I don't know why it said that.
Okay, so I cast it. Now do I click the...
Drag the damage onto whatever you have targeted. Or click it, yeah. You'll need to do it for each missile you have. Your 5th level should be 3. You'll do it 3 times. Nice. Alright.
Alright.
So I wish I could draw water. I can't. So I will draw a circle. Because I'm thinking somebody's going to want to run into the water. You guys can see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's where the water is. And when you get to the ziggurat, the ziggurat is above the water, so just FYI. I can't do a circle with no center, so.
We can't tell how deep the water is.
No, you cannot. You can't see the bottom. It's all muddy. James, advanced initiative, please. There you go. Grimlock.
Okay. What to do? What... Okay, I'll start to head into the water here, but I'm short, so if it gets to the point where I feel like it's getting too deep where I won't be effective to fight, then I'll stop there and hold a defensive position and wait for something to come within melee range and then attack. Does that make sense?
It does. You almost immediately can tell that the edge drops off. In fact, I want you to give me a dexterity check, please.
Sure.
You can do that out in the open. Awesome. So you step into the water and it's kind of muddy and slippery, but you back out before you slip and fall and slide down. The edges are really steep, and you're fairly certain that it's well above your head.
Okay.
So you back up and get to there. And if you're done, advance it to the next person, please.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna, basically stand here, and if anything gets within melee range, swing at it. If that's possible, after having moved.
Baez.
And I'll also let the party know that it's slippery here, and that the water appears to be...
God.
Nice. It hits, so it does damage.
But I rolled double ones. That sucks. Alright. That didn't work.
Bromley steps up to the edge and listens to Grimlock saying that it's not a good idea to step in the water, so he just is kind of waiting there. Barney.
I'm actually going to hold right here so I can be ready to heal either one of these guys if needed to support.
Okay. This one moves all the way to here. Doesn't attack yet. Move. This one is going to move to here. Same thing. He's moved and can attack. This one is going to pick a target. He, however, gets to attack. Yes. Alright, everybody roll initiative, please. Our first person to go is Avarice again. Why is it saying that?
Do I need to Do I need to cast it?
Cast it twice. Yes, you do, to keep track of the things. I don't know what you're clicking to. Are you clicking the roll to hit thing, or are you clicking the little check mark to get that?
I'm clicking the little thing in between the initiative and the damage.
The roll to the cast dice?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into why it's saying you have no uses, because you do have uses, so. But you clicked it twice, I removed one, so you're good. Just go ahead and do the damage. Three bolts.
All right.
Next. Come on.
So this is my double attack round, so I'll attack the guy right in front.
Go for it. That's a miss.
Okay, swinging again.
Oh, that's
One.
embarrassing.
Double ones, dude.
Yeah, I should have a table for that. That's really kind of embarrassing. He can only attack one dude, so he's gonna misses. Target of Grimlock. Wow, these guys are terrible at swinging. Oh. Broadside of the barn. Bias.
Okay. That is up. Okay, here we go.
He saved.
Yeah, darn. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yep. Normally going to attack. Hits large for 17 damage.
Damn, nice.
Barney. Nobody's taking
Okay.
damage yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here and be reactive, I guess.
Gotcha. Roll initiative, please. Baez, you go first.
Oh, I didn't get the roll.
You're going now.
Okay, well.
Yes. Sorry, go ahead. Whatever it is you're doing.
I had the die in my hand just when the thing pinged and started.
Oh, yeah, I can see it on your token, your thing now up in on the connections. It shows your portraits, but your cowl is red, so it kind of I just didn't notice it, and the dice is
Okay.
red. It indicates that you haven't rolled.
So what do I do?
Just whatever it is you were going to do, cast a spell or dance in
Alright, very
place. I don't know. My fault. So you do whatever you
There's
want.
something weird going on here. Every time the combat starts again, my action tab where my powers are, it jumps back to standard mode over and over again.
But, okay, good to know. It shouldn't.
I'll set combat and watch it. I'll see if it does it.
Yeah. I changed the combat tracker on the DM side, so it may be inadvertently changing the way it views on your side, so I may need to tweak that so it doesn't do that.
What's with the double ones? Jeez.
No! Yeah, that sucks. Everest. Guys, took out the elemental with magic missile. You have two more, so you can pick whichever one you want to throw it at. Okay. Yeah, awesome.
Well, that's it for Magic Missile. Yay.
Next.
Good job, man.
Bromley is going to switch to the other one.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to do the level variation. Oh,
Yes, we did. Yeah, we need to remember that. And I never remember. So he hits for 17. Barney.
Just watching.
Okay. Unlock.
All right, got all the ones out of my system.
Hopefully. It is not a double attack round. There you go.
That's not a
That's
one.
much better. Oh, nice. This one is, oof, let's see if he hits. Ooh, nat 20, that's finally a hit. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, 16 damage. Let's see if this one can hit. Ooh, we hit Grimlock. 13 damage. Next round, roll
Activate the
initiative, please.
cleric.
Waiting on James.
yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
So what I may do on your roll, your variances stuff, if I'm not gonna put this on me, I'm gonna put it on you. So if you forget, I'm gonna make you roll twice, or however many times we forget before you roll. I'm gonna make you do it that many times on the next one that we remember. So not gonna do it this time, but just in future, because I won't remember because it's not my character. So I'm gonna put it on you to remember.
Okay.
So just wait for you to roll initiative.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'll just
Go first. And if you just want to stand there, you're welcome to do that. Don't move into the center of the square, please. That's all I ask. There you go. And that's all you want to do?
yeah.
If so, advance initiative, please. Grimlock. Your
All
2
right.
attack round. That's a hit.
I mean, I can haste you guys if you want.
And that one explodes like a water balloon. Bromley, he's going to attack.
I don't think we need it.
Hits. Wow, this dude is consistently rolling 11 for damage. 17 damage, nice.
Yeah, he does pretty good with that longsword.
Man, I take
Bias.
11 on a 12-sider all day long.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, wait. Here we go.
Wow, nat 20. He's like flipping
that's
you
a
the bird.
waste.
Next is Barney. You gonna advance initiative?
Oh, sorry.
I healed Mr. Grimlock.
Oh, that's good to do.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, 21. That sucks. Roll initiative, please.
Hold on a second. There we go.
Grimlock, you go first.
Yep, I'm taking a roundabout. I can move through party members, right?
You can. It just takes double move.
Yep, that's what I want to do, and then attack.
Yeah, you moved Barney, not you.
Oh,
I hate
Don't
that.
move me.
Yeah, I'm hoping they add some different options for that in FT. Go ahead. Single attack. Ooh, he missed.
Oh, he missed.
Avarice doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
See, now why is yours not saying don't have it memorized? What's up with that?
Because I had it memorized 3 times and I just used the last.
Well, so did he. I don't know what's going on him. This character is fucked. Go ahead, sorry.
Damn.
No, and you took him out.
Nice job, man. Kept him from swinging again.
Absolutely.
That could have killed Bromley.
All right, Barney.
Yeah.
Here go. You cannot heal Grimlock. He's not within range.
No, I'm trying to untarget.
You control click him.
I
Look at
am, and
yourself.
it's not dropping it.
Look at yourself. Control left click him.
I did, and it targets
Where are
me.
you clicking?
I was getting
On the
flaky
map,
behavior
or
too.
are you clicking on the map, or are you clicking in the combat tracker?
I was trying to map.
Because I can do that and it undoes it immediately. So I don't know.
I'll use the tracker now. Let me try that. See, now I'm targeting an elemental, and I don't mean to be.
I just did that. That is weird.
So when you control left click something in the combat tracker, it's targeting something different. Is that what you're saying? Control left click Bromley.
No, when I did it, I was control left clicking on the map, and it was targeting me instead of Grimlock, because it showed I still had Grimlock targeted from before. I'll try on the combat tracker right now.
Who are you gonna try to target?
I just targeted Bromley, but that
You
elemental
did that in the
was,
combat tracker?
I did.
And I'm gonna untarget everything. Now control left click Bromley.
In the tracker or on the map?
Map or combat tracker, I don't care. Just tell me
Okay,
which one.
this is the map.
It worked.
Weird.
I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. I'll futz with it later. Okay, that is. There is no more water elementals coming out.
You know what that ding reminds me?
Wrestling?
No, it reminds me of You know how Wheel of Fortune, when they run out of time on the last puzzle and then they roll the final spin? That's what that reminds me.
All right, Pat, give the wheel a final spin, and we'll
Yeah,
add
exactly.
$1,000.
Exactly. Reminds me of that.
What dang are y'all talking about?
The sound that it made when just a minute ago went ding ding.
Is
That's
that through
because
the program, Mike, or is that through your streaming thing?
it's through the clean feed, but the Fantasy Grounds
Yeah, I
is the
don't
one
think
that
I have
triggers
that.
it. You do.
Yeah,
You
if-
had it set up at one point because I know you were connected at some point. The clean feed. Clean feed is where all the noises and stuff come through. Are you not hearing it, Rob?
Yeah, I am, but I'm thinking if James doesn't have clean feed, if that's where it all triggers through, then he's
What
not
is
hearing
clean
it. That's
feed?
why he's not.
Yeah, I sent you an invite a long time ago.
What is it?
What is your email address?
James@schwan.us.
How do you spell
CHWAN.
Yeah, it's like just a web
US?
page that you go to,
Ah.
James, from the link he
All right,
sends.
so I sent you an invite. So you should be able to, you'll get an email with a link specific to you. So don't use somebody else's. Otherwise, when you connect, you'll knock them off. But you should have a link now, and if you connect to it, it's pretty, the latency and the quality is really good. I thought I'd sent that to you before.
Nope.
Well, there you go. You'll want to make sure that you're yeah, you got it muted. You hear now noise?
I hear stuff.
Okay, good.
It's
That
also
is just
recording my sound.
But it's not playing it through because you have it muted. This is what I want. Because I don't want to get you twice.
Okay.
As long as you're not hearing it. If you are, you'll have to fiddle with it locally. But that lets you set the volume however you want. So, the last water elemental dies, and the water seems to subside as far as the activity. It doesn't go away. Uh-oh, looks like somebody followed us. Low 505.
What? Oh, and
505 followed,
Twitch?
yes, on Twitch. Yeah. He does basic D&D. I watch him when he does. Thanks for following. But let's see where we at. The water's still there, but all the elementals have been dispatched. So, what do you want to do?
I'm going to. I'm assuming that the water elementals didn't leave any sort of corpse behind. They just
No,
dissolve in
they
the water.
exploded like water balloons. I mean, it is just
Okay.
water.
Okay, so I am going to basically walk the perimeter of the room, staying out of the water, looking for anything of note. See if any other elementals rise out of the ground, etc. I'm just sort of scanning the room for movement as I'm walking around.
Yeah, nothing moves. I'm going to unlock the tokens. All you notice is the pulsing from the portal continues. Kind of sends little bitty wakes across the top of the water as it, they both, as the little beams kind of go out that way and that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if anybody goes in the water, it's probably not going to be me. I got that ring of free action. I'm just going to sink to the bottom. So if somebody wants to make their way to the center to investigate that, see if there's anything up there other than the portal, somebody else can do that.
These are 5-foot squares, Mike.
Don't know. You can measure them. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it.
How do you measure? I don't remember.
Hold both mice button and drag it across the map.
So Wilson, before anybody jumps in the water and everything, I'm gonna reach down and just run one of my fingers through the water to see if it has any sort of effect. If I feel any sort of energy from the water or what, or if it just feels like normal water.
Feels like water.
Okay.
What'd you want to do, Rob?
Sorry, I was wondering where the damn numbers were. It was underneath my token. I couldn't see.
Yeah, do it away from your character, and you can see part of the side of it or something.
Gotcha. I'm thinking about giving a Dispel Magic a shot at that portal up there. And the range on the spell is like 60 yards. So indoors would be
60
feet. That's
60 feet, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm within range from right here. I can try to shoot
Yep.
a Dispel Magic up there. So that's what I want to do.
Okay. Give me a, I believe it's a D20. 1 second, let me double check.
I'm sorry, give you a what?
1 second. I'm double checking. Yeah, roll a D20 in the tower. You see some sparks around the edge of the portal, but it's still there. And make sure to cast a spell too.
Right.
What was that last thing you said?
Oops. Still had him targeted. Sorry, Bromley.
All right.
Wilson,
just
what
wanna
was the
make sure
last
the
thing you
slot
said
was-
to Robbie there?
I told him to use his spell slot.
Oh, okay. Got it. One of you magic users want to try? If y'all have Dispel Magic?
Not high enough level. Next level, I'm gonna get it.
I have it. I can do it if you want.
Well, it seemed like Robbie's had some effect, but it probably failed to roll or something because portal's still there.
All right.
If you want to try it, I mean, you could take a whirl at it.
You have a
Yeah.
chance to surge like higher level than you really are, though, right?
Up or down, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wild surge results.
Oh dear.
Hold on a second. Why did it not roll? Let me look at that. I want to make sure he's got those tables right. It's not you, the guy that did the thing.
I've got 2 wild surge. I've got one at 8 and one at 19. Is that
Yeah, I'm let me see. I'm looking at your powers. You got tables, you hit the button, you've got you're level 5?
Yep.
Rolled what? 19. You rolled? Okay, so you didn't get a surge result. You would only get a surge on 2. Or 8, sorry.
8?
So you did effectively get arcane level +2. So what you need to do is you should have an effect somewhere, somehow. I don't remember. Your increased level thing under your class cantrips.
Yep.
Add the one that says arcane 2 self. Increase level. And then cast Dispel Magic and then roll a d20 in the tower. You having a problem?
I was on the wrong one.
There you go.
Okay, so Arcane 2. Now I need to roll Dispel.
Cast Dispel Magic. And then roll a d20 in the tower.
Do just any d20?
Yep. Drag it from the bottom of the screen up to the little tower. Yeah. Your Dispel Magic doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever on the portal.
Wow, okay. But it surged. I felt all surgy. Maybe we should go jump through it.
I would highly recommend against it.
It could be fun. That's how I got here. I jumped through a strange portal. No, not really.
Trying to remember, Mike, is there I've got one more Dispel Magic memorized. I could try it again, or do I have to wait? How does that work?
No, you can roll it again. It's all on the dice roll where it matters.
Okay. Well,
I would.
I think it's important to try to knock this thing out, this portal, so I'm going to try it one more time.
Alright, go for it. Cast it and then throw the d20 in the tower, please.
If it helps, I squeeze my butthole really tight when I cast that one.
So, it seems to do the same thing it did last time, only the glitter and sparkles are a little more brilliant, but still, it doesn't do anything.
Okay. Shit.
So, Wilson, what does this portal look like when I look into it from the side?
Looks like dirt on the other side. Just grinding, moving rocks and dirt.
Does it look the same as it did before when we fought the earth elementals?
Yes. It's a little opened a little bigger, but otherwise, yeah.
So there is another spell I can cast that probably won't work, but it might. It's kind of reckless.
Reckless is cool.
What spell is this?
Nahal's Reckless Duom. It like kind of harnesses a wild surge.
Your call, man. Maybe your opportunity to be fantastic.
Yeah, or something bad could happen. Yeah, okay. I'll use that to cast a Dispel Magic on the portal.
If you want to do it again, do the same thing we did last time. All right, now do the cast and the roll in the tower, please.
So, I mean, I'm trying to cast Dispel Magic, but it's going to be a Wild Surge with it.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Well, that spell, I try to manipulate the whatever into the desired form. The actual effect of the spell is rolled randomly on table 2 Wild Surge results.
Oh, so you're casting another spell. You're not casting Dispel Magic. I misunderstood.
I'm trying to cast Dispel Magic. That's what this spell. That's the plan of this spell. But
It makes you run a Wild Surge. Forces
yes,
you to. It should be there on your list. When you bring up the table, click on it and run it. You click on the little black dot for tables, and then look at level 5 table. And then on the right side, you'll see table 2 Wild Surge. If you click on that, it'll bring up that table. And then you can just click it, the roll.
I did.
You did? Caster
did.
leaves monster-shaped footprints instead of his own until a Dispel Magic is cast. All right. So, your footprints look like troll footprints. You're like barefoot trolls walking through the dirt.
Yeah.
But the spell itself, does it still let you do what you want to do? I mean, I don't know what Reckless Dweemer does. I haven't looked at it. Sorry.
I don't think it.
I'll need to look at it.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to add my level to the dice roll. Okay, so it's not really a 35. It's a.
The what? 40?
Yeah, one magical item within 30 feet of the caster is permanently drained.
Oh, within 30 feet. So let me look at your character sheet. 1 second.
If the result indicates success, the mage has. Oh, wait a minute. What is success? Oh, we're not. Hang on, I think we did this wrong.
I don't run wild mages, so this is going to be all up to you.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to talk to the other guys. One thing you did notice, Grimlock, is there was a box on the edge. Let's see, Avarice has been mumbling and trying to do some spells and things, and you were kind of skirting the edge of the water, and you notice it's almost like kind of like a washed up to shore sort of thing. This giant sort of box, but on the corners kind of stick out. And you kind of scrape back the mud and the sand and the dirt, and it looks like a large box, and it's stamped with like drop. It's on the side of it. It says dried provisions, and it's like from Verbabank is where it was from.
And it's up on the ziggurat?
No, it's in the dirt on the edge of the water, not in the water or past the water.
Oh. Like what part of the room?
Right
Like
here.
on the edge on what side? Okay. Well, I'll go check it out. Take a
It
look.
looks like a pretty well sealed box, and from the the stamp on the outside, it looks like it's some sort of dried provisions are supposed to be inside.
Okay. I'll does it have like a flap or something to open, or am I gonna have to destroy the box to open it? Or
It's a giant wooden box sealed. Got like wax all around it in the cracks and stuff. Like it's
Okay.
intended to be stuffed in a closet for years on end.
Okay, I'll open it.
You pull out some tools or like a big knife or something and peel away the wax and open up the lid, and sure enough, inside there's like 40 days of dried rations.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting. Anybody need rations? Got a whole box? Might be something good to throw in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me open the bag up here and dump them in. Is that just
There you
like
go.
standard
It's
dry rations?
Yep. It's like it looks like something maybe they had stole, and it kind of got lost, and and then eventually fell into the moat, or maybe it was underneath the dirt. You're not sure. Whatever. Maybe the elementals, the earth elementals, had it and got it. You're not sure. But giant box crate of dry.
So the ziggurat you said is above the water, correct?
Yes.
And the stairs on either side, do those stairs go down into the water?
Yes.
Does it appear that the stairs go all the way to the bottom of the water?
You don't know. The water is murky, muddy.
Got it. Okay. So one thing we could do is we could tie a rope around me, and I could try and make my way over there and up the stairs. And then if I get in trouble, I'll pull the rope, and you guys can pull me back, kind of thing. But just keep in mind, the ring of free action, basically, I'm going to be walking on the floor, I think, is the way that works. I go to the bottom and basically walk on the floor. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'll ask Bromley, because he's going to be the one shouldering that rope for sure.
He's a pretty beefy dude. I mean, he's very strong. He doesn't seem to be at all concerned about being able to pull you out of the water. Cause I got you, bro.
Okay, who's got the rope? Because I don't think my character carries.
I have 50 feet of regular rope.
I think that's enough to get me across, right?
Should be.
All right, so they tie it around your waist.
Yep.
And Bromley grabs hold of the end, and it's good luck.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way in slowly, and then proceed. Once I get to the bottom, I'm gonna proceed very quickly to the stairs in front of me. And if I run into any issues, I'm gonna double tug the rope to indicate to Bromley to pull me back up. I'm gonna make sure to take a very deep breath.
So
before
what I
go
want you to do is give me a wisdom check in the tower, please. All right, so you start moving through the murky, muddy water. You get to where you think the stairs to the ziggurat are, and there are no stairs there.
Okay, I'll double tap the rope.
All right, 1 second.
And I start pulling on at the same time. Try and get up as quick as I can.
All right, so Bromley easily pulls you, and I mean you're pulling yourself too, and he pulls you up, and you get up. I mean, you weren't under that long, so you weren't concerned about running out of air, but you definitely appreciate coming up out of the water. And then when you come up, you realize you kind of went off in the wrong direction when you went into the water, because you can't see where you're at underneath the water.
Yeah.
You can see like
Got it.
an inch in front of your face. It's just mud, dirt, and water.
Okay, guys, sorry. I think I wound up going the wrong direction. It's really hard to see under there. Let's try it again.
Okay, give me another
This
wisdom check in the
time
tower.
This time I'm gonna kind of eyeball it really hard and try and keep like some kind of directional reference as best I can. I'm really gonna try hard to keep myself going what I think is straight. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna like, okay, I really got to pay attention to this. So you want me to do the wisdom check in the tower again?
Yep. All right, so you get into the water, walk straight up to the bottom of the stairs. Apparently your focus on the direction was good, and you make your way up the stairs and easily get to the point to where you come up out of the water, and you are at the edge of the ziggurat. There is a pillar that kind of comes out of the middle, and at the bottom there used to be a box with some things in it. You guys saw that before, but the box is open, and the stuff that was inside of it is no longer there. So it's just like an empty bronze box, but there's nothing else around the pillar. But above all this, above the pillar and stuff, right at the, I say above, it's in front of the pillar on one side, so obviously, but that's all that's there: the pillar, the portal, and an empty bronze box.
Okay. So, and you're saying that I basically looked all around the ziggurat at this point, and that's all that's there.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming the ziggurat is higher than where we were before. Is that correct?
What do you mean?
Like if I'm standing at the top of the ziggurat, I am higher than we were when we were at the base of the stairs, like closer to the ceiling. Am I closer to the
Yeah,
ceiling?
it's about 10, 15 feet higher than this floor where the dirt is.
So I'm going to use the higher vantage point to see if I can see anything else going on in this room. Do I still see the curtains in the top corners? Are those still curtains?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, do I see anything different in the room since I'm at a different vantage point?
Nope, looks the same. Just tie her up. The water is just as murky and muddy. You can't see into it.
And it is possible to go all the way around the room without going in the water.
Correct.
Okay. All right, guys. I don't see anything up here of note. So I think we, since our magical attempts have failed on the portal, I say we make our way out and kind of explore the area around the temple and see if there's maybe some personnel around here that need to be dealt with, that maybe run the show. Does anybody have a problem with that?
No, and if nothing else, we can go back down, like in the corners, and there's some stairs down that'll head us a little shorter distance to the way we went to the next level down, I think. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll yell at Bromley and tell him, okay, man, I'm coming back. You know, as soon as I get in the water, pull as hard as you can. I'll pull on the rope as well. And so I'll head back towards the party.
All right, Bromley pulls you easily across. You make it to the other side. And you guys, I presume, are getting ready to go around the water to the northwest, northeast exits?
Yeah, I say let's do the northwest.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
So-
when we were here before that the personnel room was to the west, was on the west.
So Bromley says, "What about these doors here? Have you guys looked into those?"
I don't know that we did before, because I think we came in through the curtains. So we can check them out for sure. So so I'll go. Is this, what kind of door is this?
They're just giant wood doors. They're kind of wet and kind of soaked because of all the water in the area, but otherwise normal.
Okay. So I'll check to see if it's locked.
It doesn't look like it is. Don't see any locks on it, and it just has like a ring on the front.
It has a ring on where? Sorry.
The front.
You talking about like a magical ring or something that says like
Like
burglar
a
looking?
ring that you grab a hold of and pull the door open with.
Oh,
Big
gotcha.
metal
That
ring.
kind of ring.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So I will open the door then.
Open the door. And you see. Looks like it was probably a room that in the past was used as some sort of room to get dressed. There is a padded bench. There's pegs and hooks along the wall. There's a large cabinet on the west wall. There's several cloaks, brown, hanging on the pegs, and 3 pairs of sandals are lined up underneath the bench.
Okay. Well, guys, searching rooms is not my thing. So I'll tell the party to, you guys go ahead and take a look. So at the very least, there's a cabinet in there we need to check out. Maybe some goodies, but certainly an indication that there's been people here recently.
Yeah, I'll go in there and search the room and search the cabinet.
Alrighty, so you open up the cabinet, and it looks like undergarments and stuff that they would wear underneath the ropes. Let's see, let me make sure I read this right. Cloaks brown. Inside, there's some
Dirty
brown
undies.
robes and
whites.
some undergarments. There is also on the laying in the bottom. There is a rolled up scroll in the cabinet. There is also in the bottom of the cabinet, it looks like a bracelet, a nice jeweled bracelet, ivory and carnelian.
Okay. I'll pick those up and kind of see if I can determine the type of writing on the scroll. Is it arcane or divine?
It is neither. It is a protection scroll of some sort versus something. You'd have to spend some time to figure out what it is.
Let me guess.
But you know it's some sort of protection.
Protection from water elementals, for sure.
Okay, would that be a spellcraft to kind of figure that out, Mike?
It's something that require you sitting down and reading it and doing a spellcraft. Yeah, but I mean, it's not something you can do quickly. And I mean, if you guys want to take about an hour to sit down and do it, you certainly can, and we can do the check if you would like to.
Oh no, that's fine. We'll put that in the inventory. Put it in the bag.
Put it in the parcel list. I will also put the bracelet in the parcel list.
Yeah, I'll grab those, and we'll need to identify them later.
But everything else seems to be, you know, brown robes, undergarments, sandals, shoes, that sort of thing. Nothing.
Any markings on the robes at all?
Nope. They look like they're very mundane sort of robes.
So I have my inventory. I have a frayed brown robe. How does it compare to these robes that I see?
It looks quite similar, except these are not frayed.
Okay. Well, I will swap my frayed brown robe with a very nice brown.
And Rob, I changed the status on that gem. It should have been Ivory Carnelian bracelet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it'll look different in your inventory.
Nice, thank you.
All right, so that appears to be all that's in that room.
All right.
So can I just change the name of this item to brown robe instead of frayed brown?
And yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to go down here and check out the other room. Well, first I'm going to check the door. Is it the same type?
Yep, looks exactly the same.
Okay, I'll go ahead and check to see if it's locked.
It is not.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open this.
All right, there is a heap of large and small stones that fill the center of this room. Piles of different types of dirt are on the corners and along the walls. There's a narrow path kind of around the items so you can kind of walk between them. There are also 12 small kegs stacked along the south wall here. Yeah, you can kind of see them. The graphics on the map is kind of shitty because the scale is really nasty, but those things are kegs.
Are they sealed? I'm sorry, I'm not in the room. But well, sounds like this is where the fun room. Looks like this is where the the spirits are. Bjarni, you want to go check this out? Give it a close.
Yeah, I'll search this room. I want to first kind of look at the dirt stuff and kind of see if there's anything peculiar about it or significant about the way it's arranged.
It looks like it's just kind of separated. There's sand, there's, you know, red dirt and black dirt, white, you know, kind of light colored dirt, you know, different types of dirt. The rocks are kind of the same way. Various types of, you know, rocks, obsidian and just granite and that type of stuff. None of them are the same.
Okay, interesting. I don't know what that would be unless it's related to summoning earth elementals somehow, but I wouldn't have the foggiest how to do that. So I'll continue over to the kegs and kind of see if they're marked in any way or kind of see what I can figure out.
They do seem to be marked with the symbol of oil, and it look. I mean, it's pretty common. They use it to mark like oil that is used for sconces and whatnot. That's not what jumps out on top of the kegs. There's like a note that's just kind of fell in between the two of them that you can see, a piece of paper with some writing on it.
Okay, like a note, not like a scroll, but like a folded up piece of
Just
paper or something.
it's not even folded. It's kind of slid like a piece of paper that somebody wrote something on it and just set it on top of them the kegs, and they kind of it slid in between them. It didn't fall all the way through.
And this is okay. I will take that piece of paper up carefully, and before I read it, I will leave the room.
Okay.
Like around the corner right there, and then I will take a look at it in case there's some kind of crazy ass fire glyph on it, and it would spell
Explodes.
doom for us all.
Yeah, and I was thinking that as I was saying it, but that's not what it was. It's a letter that appears to be from the leaders in the water elemental temple, and it instructs somebody called Romag that he better pay his fealty to the water temple, or he is going to die horribly. And it reminds them of the power of the elements, and that water is the dominant elemental element. And at the bottom there's some obscene remarks that if he doesn't follow through with his fealty, he is how they're going to kill him.
Okay, interesting. After I read it and figure it out, I'm assuming Bromley can read.
Yep.
I'll let him read it to get his take on it. And anybody else, Grimlock, you want to read it, or I can just paraphrase or whatever.
Yeah, I don't need to read it. You can just tell me what.
Okay, yeah, I'll relay it to Grimlock and the rest of the party as kind of Bromley's almost done with it, and so it sounds like maybe the water elementals were in here because they decided to wipe out the Earth guys.
Bromley
I
tends
think
to
we
agree with
wiped
you.
out the Earth guys.
Like they came in here and blew up the place with water, and that's why the water elementals were here, and that's where all these blown up doors and shit came from a big fight.
Well,
In
Bromley's
fighting,
not going to disagree with you. He seems to get the impression that whoever Romag was, he's probably long since gone, based on what he sees in front of him.
Was there anything else of note in the room other than the oil and the
now
rocks?
just the different colored Earth is kind of odd. I'm assuming maybe it's something to do with the way the Earth people either worship or summon their elemental friends. I don't know, but yeah, they're definitely just a bunch of oil casks back there. Like
Could have been
regular
remnants from the Earth elementals that we dealt with. Is that possible?
Well, they're all stacked neatly in piles and separated by color and stuff, so it's almost like a component room of some sort. That's my take on it, but I'm neither a elementalist or a wizard of any sort.
Well, maybe let's get a wizard in there to take a look. We have one or two.
This is true.
Hey, AFK wizard people, go do shit.
Oh, yeah. What do you want me to do?
Tell me what you think of these rocks in here, man.
I think they're rocks.
They do look like rocks, and they do look like piles of dirt to you.
Do you
Different
think
types of dirt.
Do you think this could be like spell components or used for divinations of any kind? It seems odd that they would be organized so carefully.
I
You
used
need
my
to roll that in the
spellcraft.
tower.
I did roll in tower.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Not Bill. No problem. Take care. Get well.
See you, Bill. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the tower flag. You suspect that some of this stuff could be used in some kind of rituals related to Earth, but I mean, that's not kind of your thing. You're not a Earth elemental specialist, but you suspect that that's probably what it's used for. But the specifics of what, you're not sure. I mean, none of it's valuable. I mean, it's all common stuff.
Okay then.
All right, so we checked out these 2 rooms. Bromley, anything else you want to check out while we're in here before we?
No, I think I think we've looked at everything we possibly can.
Okay.
I think we should
let's,
move on and see if we can't find some information on Thrommel or how to defeat.
Okay, so we'll
the
follow the
doors.
perimeter of the room outside of the water and basically head up this way through the curtain.
Did you say the curtains are still there, Mike?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Bromley and Grimlock move up and open up the curtains, and that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
That was a good game, man. Nice to be back.
Yep. I'm happy. Although when we came back from our break, I forgot to turn on you guys' sound, so the recording that I'll put up is going to be kind of shitty because it's going to miss half of it. But game-wise, you guys look good.
Hey, we killed water elementals. That's cool.
You did, and in fact, I should award experience for that, and I will do that.
That was very cool. I thought we were gonna die.
Oh, that is not worthwhile. That doesn't happen. You want experience?
Just
There
for
we go.
information amongst the party, I have a scroll of protection from elementals, and it's all elementals. So when we feel like that, that's a necessary protection device because we're getting overwhelmed or something, don't let me forget about it.
Okay.
It's like a 10-foot radius on who you cast it on, so it only affects up to like 16 hit dice, but it affects
that's gonna
against
be
any
the,
type. So
last of the game for tonight. We'll be back next week.
as long as we don't get overwhelmed,
we'll continue from
make
here.
pretty good use of that.
And hopefully I won't forget to turn
So
on
can we go
sound.
apply our
I
experience?
didn't notice it until after we came back from break about 30 minutes
Yeah, I
ago.
already did it.
Thanks for watching. Take care.